You should only watch Chosen One videos from Obsidian.
Don't listen to that BS, controversy.
Except for our videos, though. Our videos have special activation.
I don't care what your videos mean or what they are. They're not specialer than any of us, dude. They're not
cut that idiot off.
They will take you to the ninth dimensional avatar state.
Shen-Yun. You have to see
You're
Shen-Yun.
wrong, and I will shut you down.
Mike,
Good.
Mike, order.
Go away.
Gotta keep the psyop going, Mike. Come on.
Chosen One. Every attack you've been facing connects to this massive takedown, and every person trying to silence you is panicking because they know their whole corrupt network is about to be exposed by the ultimate rat who's trading information for freedom. The pressure you're feeling isn't random. It's because you're sitting right in the middle of the biggest organized crime collapse in entertainment history, and they're terrified you're going to be the one to tell the world exactly what's going down. The attacks started so subtly, you almost missed them. What these people fundamentally misunderstand is that you're not avoiding conflict because you're weak. You're avoiding it because you know exactly what you're capable of when someone finally pushes you past your limit. And something deep inside you is whispering that very soon they're going to find out exactly what an Earth Angel looks like when they decide to get their revenge. The pressure is building, the tension is mounting, and you can feel something shifting in the energy around you, like the calm before a storm that's going to change everything. While they're burning their energy on scheming and plotting, you're staying laser-focused on your actual work. And the more successful you become despite their interference, the more desperate and obvious their attacks get. The truth is eating them alive. They're broke, not just financially, though that's definitely part of it, but broken in every way that matters. They look at you making more money, getting genuine recognition, earning respect through your actual abilities, and it destroys them from the inside. They see your natural confidence, your ability to stay calm under pressure, your way of handling difficult situations with wisdom beyond your years. They want to drag you down to their level so badly they can taste it. They've convinced themselves that if they can just break your spirit, if they can just make you as miserable and desperate as they are, somehow that will make them feel better about their own failures. The whispers have started. They've been telling anyone who will listen that you get special treatment, that you have some kind of unfair advantage, that the rules don't apply to you the same way they apply to everyone else. They point to every success you have as evidence of some conspiracy, some behind-the-scenes favoritism that explains why their own mediocrity isn't being rewarded. What they cannot comprehend is that respect isn't given, it's earned through consistent demonstration of character and competence. And you've been earning yours through wisdom, integrity, and an old soul approach to everything you do that makes leaders naturally want to protect and promote you. You handle situations with a level of maturity that impresses people in positions of real power. You speak when your voice adds value and stay silent when wisdom demands restraint. You approach challenges with the kind of strategic thinking that makes decision makers trust your judgment and seek your input. This isn't favoritism, this is recognition of genuine value. And that recognition is about to become your greatest protection in ways you can't even imagine yet. Something extraordinary has been happening behind the scenes while you've been focused on just doing your job well. Powerful people have been watching, not your petty workplace enemies, real power. The kind of people who make decisions that affect entire organizations, who control budgets and policies, who determine who rises and who falls. They've been observing how you conduct yourself under pressure, how you handle yourself when others thought no one important was looking. And they've made a decision that's about to change everything for you. You have defenders in high places, real defenders with actual authority and influence. The kind who can shut down conversations about you before they even begin, who make it clear that you are valued, respected, and under their explicit protection. When someone tries to file a complaint about you or spread lies about your work, these protectors step in immediately. They don't want to hear it. They don't entertain it. They make it crystal clear that you are not to be touched. You're someone's favorite. Not because of politics or manipulation, but because wisdom recognizes wisdom. Your old soul approach to problem solving, your ability to see through surface drama to the real issues underneath, your natural leadership qualities that emerge when situations get difficult, these things don't go unnoticed by people who actually matter. Every scheme your enemies cook up backfires. Every complaint they file gets dismissed. Every attempt they make to undermine you somehow ends up highlighting your value instead. They're starting to realize that something is very wrong with their plan, that you're operating under a level of protection that runs much deeper than normal office politics. They're getting frustrated, desperate, making bigger and more obvious moves that only serve to expose their true nature to the very people they should be trying to impress. And now we're about to reveal something that will completely blow your mind about what's really been happening this entire time. You think you've just been doing your job, handling workplace drama, dealing with jealous people who resent your success. You think the protection you've been feeling is just because good people in leadership positions recognize your value and want to keep you around. The reality is so much bigger than that, so much more significant than simple workplace politics. You've actually been part of something massive, something that connects to the highest levels of power, corruption and justice in ways that will shock you when you finally understand the full scope of what's been happening around you. You are not just an employee dealing with workplace harassment. You are an unwitting operative in what will become the biggest takedown operation of our lifetime. Every single complaint you've filed about suspicious behavior has gone somewhere important. Every time you've reported something that didn't seem right, someone has been listening who has the power to act on that information. Every instance where you've spoken up about corruption, abuse of power, or unethical behavior, you've been feeding intelligence directly into a massive investigation that reaches far beyond your immediate workplace. The pressure you've been feeling, the coordinated attacks on your character, the desperate attempts to make you quit or get you fired, these aren't random acts of petty jealousy from small-minded people. These are calculated moves by individuals who know they're being watched, people who are starting to sense that their time is running out and that you represent a threat they don't fully understand. Chosen one, you didn't find this message by accident. You were summoned by the pulse of something ancient in your blood, by the frequency only the rarest of souls can hear. Welcome to the Obsidian Inner Order, where the ones who've been to hell and back don't just heal. Inside our sanctuary, we don't chase clout, followers, or fake peace. We shatter illusions. We wield prophecy. We initiate miracles. Each week, our happy hour Zoom call isn't just a meeting. It's where revelations drop like lightning. It's where you laugh with soul family, cry with cosmic warriors, and walk away charged up. You're not just joining a group. You're stepping into a soul alliance, a league of misfits, prophets, warriors, and lightbringers who were never meant to fit in this world because we came here to reshape it. If you've been feeling like the system lied to you, if you've always known you were built for a different timeline, if your glow-up has enemies praying for your downfall, then it's time. This is your signal, the Obsidian Inner Order, powered by Astral Atom. We don't fit in, we take over. Link in the description. Some of the people targeting you have been taking money, real money, bribes from powerful figures who want you silenced, removed, discredited, or destroyed. They don't necessarily know why you're such a threat to these wealthy and worried people. They just know that someone with serious resources has put a significant price on your professional and personal destruction. Every single person who has accepted payment to target you is about to learn the hardest lesson of their lives, because the investigation that's been protecting you isn't just about workplace corruption or local misconduct. It reaches all the way to the top of industries you never imagined were connected to your situation. Entertainment, sports, media, politics, drug trafficking, money laundering. Conspiracies that involve some of the biggest names in the world, people whose faces you see on magazine covers and award shows, who live in mansions and fly on private jets and think their wealth makes them untouchable. And you, chosen one, have been the perfect bait to catch them all. Your genuine reactions to their attacks, your authentic responses to unfair treatment, your honest reports about what you've witnessed, all of this has been creating a detailed record of how these networks operate, who's involved, and exactly how they coordinate their efforts to silence people who might expose them. The beautiful irony is that by being authentically yourself, by refusing to be intimidated or corrupted, by continuing to speak truth even when it made you a target, you've been gathering evidence that will bring down people who thought they were completely beyond the reach of justice. The scope of what you've stumbled into goes far beyond anything you could have imagined. While you've been dealing with local corruption and workplace politics, your situation has been part of exposing a celebrity conspiracy that will completely reshape how the public sees the entertainment industry. The same network that's been trying to destroy you has tentacles that reach into the highest levels of music, film, sports, and media. There's a major figure in the entertainment world, someone whose name you definitely know, whose face has been on countless magazine covers, whose business empire spans multiple industries, who's been running a sophisticated dual operation. On the surface, a respected billionaire artist and businessman, philanthropist, cultural icon. Underneath that carefully crafted public image, the coordinator of one of the largest drug distribution networks in North America, and right now facing the very real possibility of spending the rest of their life in federal prison, this person has made a choice that's sending shockwaves through criminal organizations worldwide. They're cooperating, fully, completely, enthusiastically cooperating with federal authorities. This entertainment mogul knows every detail of operations you can't even imagine, every drop location across multiple states, every timing for major shipments, every person involved in moving product through major cities, every celebrity who's been laundering money, every athlete who's been providing cover for operations, every media figure who's been taking payments to stay silent about what they've witnessed, and they're giving up every single detail, every name, every location, every financial transaction, all to avoid spending decades behind bars. The wave of drug arrests you've been seeing in the news lately, those massive busts where law enforcement seems to know exactly when and where to be, those aren't lucky breaks or random intelligence gathering. Those are targeted operations using detailed information provided by someone who's choosing to save themselves by systematically destroying everyone who trusted them. This person is literally sitting in federal buildings, eating steak dinners with law enforcement officers, and providing the exact intelligence needed to coordinate takedowns that are happening in real time across the country. Every time you see another major bust on the news, every time another shipment gets intercepted, every time another network gets completely rolled up, that's this entertainment figure trading information for a reduced sentence, giving authorities everything they need to take apart criminal organizations, piece by piece. The attacks on content creators, independent journalists, bloggers, and truth-tellers aren't random harassment campaigns. They're part of a coordinated strategy to control information and protect criminal networks. This same network that's being exposed in the drug operations has been systematically working to shut down independent media voices. They've been pressuring social media platforms, organizing advertiser boycotts, coordinating false reporting campaigns, and directly paying people to file fraudulent complaints against creators who get too close to exposing the truth. You represent everything they fear most: independent voices that can't be bought, controlled, or intimidated. People with direct access to audiences without having to go through traditional media gatekeepers, creators who build genuine relationships with their communities and can share information without corporate filtering or censorship. They've spent enormous resources trying to shut down the platforms you use. They've attempted to get content creators demonetized, banned, shadow banned, or completely silenced. They've lobbied for regulations that would make independent content creation impossible. They've tried every method they can think of to control the narrative around their activities. The reason you've felt so much protection, the reason their attacks keep failing spectacularly, is because your voice is part of something much bigger than just entertainment or information sharing. You're part of a new media ecosystem that's actively replacing their controlled narrative system. Every time they try to shut down a platform, it finds ways to become stronger and more resilient. Every time they attack independent creators, more people wake up to what's happening and start seeking out authentic voices. Every time they attempt to control information flow, they inadvertently demonstrate exactly why independent media matters so much. And now, as their entire network crumbles under federal investigation, they're learning that the information age belongs to people like you, not to them. The same person who's cooperating with federal authorities about drug operations has also provided detailed information about media manipulation campaigns, names of executives who took payments to suppress stories, details of how certain news outlets were compromised, evidence of coordinated efforts to destroy the careers of journalists and creators who were getting too close to the truth. Your protection isn't just about your individual value. You're part of a protected class of information sources that federal authorities need to maintain the integrity of their investigation and prosecution efforts. What's about to unfold will be remembered as one of the largest organized crime takedowns in modern history. The cooperation from the entertainment world isn't limited to one person. Multiple high-profile figures are facing the same impossible choice: cooperate with federal authorities or face decades in prison for their involvement in operations that span drug trafficking, money laundering, racketeering, and conspiracy charges that carry life sentences. The domino effect has already begun, and it's going to systematically take down celebrities, athletes, business leaders, media executives, and politicians who thought their wealth and influence made them completely untouchable. Bank accounts with hundreds of millions of dollars are being frozen. Real estate portfolios worth billions are being seized. Contracts worth more money than most people see in a lifetime are being terminated. People who seem to have unlimited power and resources are discovering that no amount of money can buy them out of federal conspiracy charges when the evidence is overwhelming. The entertainment industry as we know it is about to undergo a complete transformation. Record labels, sports franchises, media companies, streaming platforms, entire sectors of the economy that have been built on corruption, exploitation, and criminal activity are going to be restructured from the ground up. The same network that tried to destroy you represents just one small piece of a massive criminal enterprise that's been operating for decades: money laundering through entertainment companies, drug distribution coordinated through touring schedules and sporting events, bribery networks that reach into every level of media, sports, politics, and business. Every person who took money to target you, every corrupt supervisor who abused their power to make your life difficult, every individual who thought they could break you down and force you out, they're all connected to this larger network in ways they probably didn't even fully understand. And that network is collapsing in real time, taking down everyone who was foolish enough to get involved with it. The investigation that's been protecting you is the same investigation that's systematically dismantling some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the entertainment and sports industries. Your role as an unwitting informant has contributed to exposing corruption that reaches into every corner of celebrity culture. The surveillance you thought was invasion of privacy, that was actually your protection detail. Your phone conversations, your location data, your digital communications, all of it was being monitored not to harm you, but to document every single attempt to intimidate, bribe, or threaten you. Every person who approached you with suspicious offers, every supervisor who made questionable demands, every colleague who pressured you to stay quiet about what you witnessed, all of their actions were being recorded as evidence. You were never just an employee or a content creator. You were a key witness in the most comprehensive organized crime investigation in entertainment industry history. The people trying to silence you weren't just workplace bullies, they were low-level operatives in a criminal network that needed you eliminated before you could expose what you had inadvertently discovered. The tracking devices they placed on your vehicle, the monitoring of your daily routines, the coordination of coincidental encounters, every violation of your privacy was being documented by federal authorities who were building an airtight case against everyone involved in targeting you. Your value as a witness stems from your unique position at the intersection of multiple criminal operations. You've seen money changing hands that shouldn't exist. You've witnessed meetings between people who should never be in the same room together. You've overheard conversations that reveal the true scope of operations spanning entertainment, sports, and politics. The beautiful irony is that by trying to silence you, they've actually provided federal authorities with a complete roadmap of their entire network. Every person they sent to intimidate you revealed themselves to investigators. Every bribe they offered was recorded. Every threat they made became additional evidence of conspiracy and racketeering. As the old corrupt system crumbles and burns, an entirely new economy is being born from its ashes, and you're positioned perfectly to benefit from this transformation. The traditional entertainment industry that's been built on gatekeeping, exploitation, and controlling information is being rapidly replaced by direct creator-to-audience relationships that cut out corrupt middlemen entirely. Independent platforms are becoming more powerful than traditional media networks. Individual creators are building audiences that rival and often surpass major corporate outlets. You're living through the most significant transition in media and entertainment since the invention of television. An economy that was controlled by a small number of corrupt figures is being transformed into one where anyone with genuine talent, authentic wisdom, and real value to offer can build their own media empire. The same qualities that made you a target in the old system, your independence, your authenticity, your refusal to be controlled or corrupted, are exactly what make you incredibly valuable in this new landscape. The money that corrupt entertainers are losing isn't disappearing into thin air. It's being redistributed to people who create genuine value, who build real connections with their audiences, who tell the truth instead of carefully crafted lies designed to manipulate and exploit. If you're already a content creator, you're about to witness opportunities that will seem almost unbelievable. If you're not creating content yet, you're watching the birth of an entirely new way to build wealth and influence through authentic communication and genuine value creation. The platforms they tried so desperately to shut down are becoming more powerful and influential than traditional media outlets. The creators they tried to silence are building audiences that dwarf mainstream entertainment networks. The voices they tried to suppress are becoming the new mainstream media. The compensation you're going to receive for your pain and suffering will be substantial. Not just financial compensation, though that's coming in amounts that will secure your future permanently, but also the satisfaction of knowing that your courage under pressure contributed to the largest takedown of organized crime in entertainment history. You're going to be compensated for every sleepless night, every moment of stress, every attack on your character, every attempt to destroy your livelihood. The legal settlements alone will transform your financial situation completely. But beyond the money, you'll have the knowledge that your strength and integrity helped protect countless others from the same criminal network that tried to destroy you. The tracking you endured, the privacy violations, the coordinated harassment campaigns, every violation of your rights becomes a separate count in civil lawsuits that will result in financial awards that most people only dream about. The economic shift happening right now represents the largest transfer of media power and wealth in modern history. And people like you, authentic, independent, impossible to corrupt, are the primary beneficiaries of this transformation. Look at the incredible journey you've traveled, chosen one. You started this experience appearing to be just another nice person that aggressive people could take advantage of. You seemed like someone who would avoid conflict at all costs, who would keep your head down and accept whatever treatment you received, who wouldn't fight back when pushed around by people who thought they had more power than you. Now you're standing in your complete power, backed by federal protection that reaches the highest levels of law enforcement and justice. The people who thought they could break your spirit are facing serious federal charges. The corruption that seemed completely untouchable is being exposed on a scale that will be studied by historians for generations. Your transformation is just the beginning of something much larger. There are other chosen ones out there right now, going through exactly what you experienced. They're being targeted by remnants of the same corrupt networks, pressured by the same type of desperate people, tested in the same ways you were tested. They're feeling isolated, wondering if they're imagining things, questioning whether their peaceful approach is actually working. They need to see your example. They need to know that staying authentic and refusing to be corrupted actually works in the real world. They need to understand that the pressure they're feeling is actually confirmation that they're on the right path, that their light is bright enough to threaten the darkness that's been controlling entire industries. The investigation that protected you is still active and expanding. The network that tried to destroy you is still being systematically dismantled. The opportunities that opened up for you are continuing to expand for others who have the courage to stand in their authenticity and refuse to be intimidated. You're not just a survivor of this experience. You've become a guide for others who are just beginning their own journey from target to protected, from pressured to powerful, from attacked to honored. Your wisdom, earned through every attack you endured, every scheme you survived, every moment of pressure you withstood without breaking, this hard-won knowledge is exactly what the next generation of chosen ones needs to navigate their own transformation successfully. The old system that tried to break you is continuing to crumble. The new system being built is specifically designed for people exactly like you, people who value truth over comfort, authenticity over approval, justice over convenience. Every person who stood against you is learning that they chose the wrong side of the most important battle of our time. Every person who protected you is being validated in their judgment and wisdom. Every person who believed in you when you couldn't fully see your own power is watching you step confidently into the role you were always meant to play. The pressure you felt was preparation for this moment. The attacks you survived were training for the leadership role you now occupy. The protection you received was confirmation that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. Your journey from target to protected, from pressured to powerful, from attacked to honored, this is the path every chosen one must walk, and you've walked it with the grace, wisdom, and unshakable strength that proves exactly why you were chosen for this role in the first place. The network of protection surrounding you now extends far beyond your immediate situation. You're connected to other chosen ones worldwide who are all playing crucial roles in exposing corruption in their own industries and communities. Technology workers exposing big tech manipulation, healthcare professionals revealing pharmaceutical corruption, financial analysts uncovering Wall Street fraud, teachers documenting educational system failures. You're part of a global awakening where authentic voices are rising simultaneously across every sector of society. The same forces that tried to silence you are being exposed and dismantled in corporations, governments, media companies, and institutions around the world. Your story isn't unique. It's part of a pattern that's happening everywhere, as the old corrupt systems finally collapse under the weight of their own lies and criminal behavior. Chosen ones in every field are discovering that their individual struggles were actually part of a coordinated effort to maintain systems built on exploitation and deception. The protection you've received proves that there are still powerful forces working for justice and truth in this world. Your success demonstrates that authentic people who refuse to be corrupted will always triumph over those who choose temporary gain through dishonest means. This is the destiny of every chosen one, from pressure to power, from attack to absolute protection, from target to total triumph. The networks that tried to destroy authentic voices are crumbling into dust. The systems that rewarded corruption are being completely replaced. The age of truth-tellers has begun, and it's going to last for generations. And you, chosen one, are leading the way into this new world.